And welcome back to the channel. I'm Dwayne here. We're growing together nursery. We're going to give you a cool little tour on this awesome Friday out here before the rain comes, hopefully. But let me spin this bad boy around. We're going to talk some mangoes and some fruit trees and some fun stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Hang out with your boy if you want to. Let's talk some trees, see what's fruiting, see what's coming along quite nicely. This one here is the Maria mango in ground, okay, in Orange City. It's not supposed to be possible, depending on the experts, right? That one's gonna fall off. But we do have a couple in there that are holding. You got one in there that's holding. We got some lizards that are in there protecting them. And beautiful new growth. Beautiful new growth coming on there. This one looks a little bit more prompt. Well, that's the same one I just showed you. Yeah, some of these blooms are not staying on up there. There is a nice one there that's holding. And we got one right there as well. So we do have some possibilities. At least we'll have that one, right? I got to spray that for anthracnose, right? This one's been hanging on there for quite some time. Sorry. Yeah, they're just screwing there. All right. But the new flush on the Maria is gorgeous, y'all. She is a beautiful tree. This is our house mango. It is a variety that I grew from seed over in Seminole County prior to moving here. So when I moved, I had to take some cuttings with me, and I was fortunate enough to be able to successfully graft this tree. Out of 4 little cuttings that I brought with me, one was actually successful, and from this one we were able to save the cultivar, because I'm guessing the tree that is the original, the OG tree, was great last year. She was huge, probably all of 25, I wouldn't say 25, 30 feet, but I haven't measured it, right? But after the winter, I assume that all of it has frozen back. So this should be the largest Maria mango here in the state of Florida. I know. And what makes it so unique, what makes it so cool, a topper, which is a 5-gallon lid, 5-gallon bucket lid. And this was for the greenhouse that we made for it. But what makes it so special, it is a huge coconut flavored fruit. Bigger than Karen Michelle, bigger than Karen Michelle. I think first fruit was weighing right around 2.5 pounds. And that's just the first fruit, y'all. We're going to get hopefully some more. Don't judge my grass. I know the septic tank gets pretty big. Spider warts, eat them. Make good stuff out of them. Edible flowers and leaves. Look what's coming back, y'all. The dwarf moringa. What's up? Thanks for tuning in. We got that dwarf moringa coming back. I will be taking some of these to the market here, not now because the tree's still small, but as we go ahead and get more, I know people want not just to grow it, but they want the cuttings, y'all. Real quick, in case y'all are coming from long distance, we got a nice little place to relieve yourself. Yes, 215 North Sparkman in Orange City, 407-702-3126, folks. Come out and say what's up. We are open Thursday through Sunday. Delivery and installation available. Yeah, if you're local and you got something small, hit us up. I will not put in a whole food forest system, only because it's just me and I'm very busy. But if it's something small, if you just want to learn how to do it, I got you. All right. I don't deliver the mulch. That's a tough one. That one is on you. Look at these beautiful little watermelons that I did not put on there on purpose. My volunteers are growing great. Did not put those there. There's the walkway. So those will be relocated. The ones that I put in the ground in the back, no dice yet. So it's always the way it goes, right? The ones you put down there on purpose. Actually, let's start over here and we'll wrap around. It is Mother's Day weekend, folks. You bought sandy in Florida? You said you wouldn't buy sand. What happened? Well, I'm using it for the potted plants, the potted mangoes, and the stuff that I'm keeping in containers. Why? Because this stuff, which is potting mix, right? I do get this by the yard. It is bulk. Unfortunately, not organic, but organic amendments are only added to that. But when I mix them, it makes the pots a lot heavier and they don't fall over in this crazy wind that we get. You said you wouldn't have those pretty things called flowers, D. What are you doing? Are you going to the bright side? No. We're not growing these flowers to for long term. This is just for Mother's Day weekend. My mom's like, come on, bring over some color. So we got a little bit. We took them over to the market, sold a few, but this is my deal. I care about your health, your well-being versus just, oh, how beautiful. No, you got to eat, right? You got to eat. Get some hot peppers in your life. We got some red habaneros here, dinosaur kale. You do $4 a piece, 2 for $7. Buy more and save here, folks. We got some smaller rosemaries. They are going fast. These are $3. Anti Lily South Sea salads, growing beautifully black. We got some variegated leaves. We got Cuban oregano. This one is the small leaf one. We also have the large leaf, good for making teas, good for sofritos, all of your seasoning needs. Shampoo ginger's working back over here. Folks, this may be a little bit of a lengthy video, but hang out. What else you doing on a Friday? Hopefully you're not working too hard, are you? Come on by, we got some sunflowers. These are Sunfinities, right? Sunfinities, only 2 left. Why are they called Sunfinity? Well, allegedly, I am no sunflower pro. I grow Mexican sunflowers. We grow sunflowers with a purpose, right? These, great for chop and drop. These, for flower vases, right? You sit there, you cut them, and they continuously pump out more. Hence the name Sunfinity, infinity amount of sunflowers. Yay, all the way till fall. You a flower specialist now, a sunflower specialist? No, that's just the information that I was told, and I can regurgitate it before I forget it. Oh, look at all of these roselles that are not coming through just yet. Having some issues getting them going, but hang tight. We're going to work out the kinks in no time. More Seminole pumpkins, which should be one of my main staples out here, hopefully this year. Up potting and always moving stuff around, folks. More baby jabos, some red hybrids that I'm working on. I got some Grumi Chama seedlings. If you're interested, come on by. And if you want that variegated Cuban oregano, we got you. We only got 2 of those, and they're harder to find. They're moving. Over here, I know, we went around that way, but we'll come back around. Black Sapote. These are Matt Snow, grafted by yours truly. I went ahead and up-potted them and gave them some birth certificates. What do you mean? We tag them over here. We give them the names and the grafted date, if I remembered it and I wrote it down in the pot. So give them the birth certificate up into 3 gallons. So guess what that means? Yes, folks, the price goes up from that to $35,000. No, probably do like 45 bucks. Another 10 bucks for now. As they get bigger, price goes up, folks. I'm sorry. You're supposed to catch them when they're smaller. That is the name of the game. Get them before I up pot them, because more soil, more a bigger tree means we get to fetch a little bit pretty of a penny. You know, I don't make up the rules. It's the way they work. 10 bucks for a bromeliad? Yeah, dude, come on by. Grab it for your mama. If she likes this pretty stuff, we got a few things. Again, we don't specialize in it. Yes, fertilize it heavily, I would say, because that's how these things are raised, right? Not by me. I'll say pretty things with pretty blooms need pretty fertilizer amounts, right? I tried to feed way less. I give them the organic amendments here. That's what we like to do. We got some cool peppers. These are new to me. They're called Kitchen Minis, and this is an orange sweet snack pepper. Small little peppers, little pepper plants, $3 a piece. Come and grab them. Or if you want that spicy hitter, we got the hot fajita. All right, haven't tried them. These are new. Again, come on by. They're already flowering and fruiting. $3, come try them. Bacopas, if that's your thing, medicinal and pretty. Nana got us going on those, while I go ahead and grow some awesome mangoes over here in 3-gallon containers, ready for rehoming. 50 bucks, 2 for 95. What varieties do you got? Man, we got Angie, coconut cream, we got Carrie, we got Cac, we got fruit punch, dwarf Hawaiian that's flowering. Little dwarf Hawaiian action right there with some blooms. Let's see, Gary, which I still haven't had. One more of the Julie's. That's right, Julie over here with a lot of blooms. We got lemon zest, lemon meringue, orange sherbet, Maha Chinook for you tie hitters. Okay, 3 Mahas. We got Karen. This Karen Michelle is huge, folks. She's about to get upgraded. Okay, big leaves, big fruit, no fiber, right? Big coconut flavor. And the old school hitters, if you want classic mango flavor with no frills, you know, it has a little bit of a coconut scent to it, a little bit of a coconut aroma, but it dissipates in my honest opinion. Glen, no fiber, good production, but it is no M4, folks. It is not an M4, I'm sorry. It is good production, but M4 is better, all right? And here's something we just found out yesterday. We were checking them out. This ugly Betty right here has bumpy fruit and a bumpy little trunk in here. Like the wood on here has bumps on it. So it's very cool. This one has it as well. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like quite bumpy. Probably can't tell, but if you rub on there, it's totally different than the orange sherbet. Big difference. But yeah, we got the sherbs in here. Got a few of them to choose from, and they're beautiful, y'all. Come get them before I have to up pot them into 7s. And yeah, you're not seeing any fallout over here because I think I got the fertilizer trick, y'all. I hit them early, give them some good organic fertilizer, and watch all the new growth. Look good as new. Right? Before I would sit there and fight them and go, no, they're going to buck up and they're going to come around. No. They don't know any better. And they were raised with fertilizer, so therefore, got to give them that good stuff. That 20-20-20, no. We don't do that here. We do fish and sea kelp. All right? Even for these mangoes, are you kidding me? That's how you get them to look so good? Absolutely. All these plants love it. All right? I'm not spraying anything on here. No pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, Venus, okay? We got Venus, Valencia Pride, and Super Alfonso in there as well. Couple of 7s, folks. Lemon Zest in a 7, putting out some new growth next to this leaf-footed bug there. It's adult version. Darn things are everywhere, and they're mating on there. Hey, get a room. And the elephant mango is pushing out a ton of new growth. Look at this. Was in a 3, was sitting still. I put her into a 7 and she explodes with growth. She's like, thank you. Take that one off. She's like, thanks, I needed that. And big tree, big fruit, allegedly big flavor. Maybe you'll be the judge. You'll probably try it before me. A couple more Carry star fruits. A few more to choose from. 50 bucks will take them home. Gorgeous fruit. If you want instant gratification, you want instant food forest in your backyard, get a Carry. Carry, carambola, or star fruit. Amazing. 3 crops a year. You won't know what to do with yourself. It'll be like Christmas morning. Every day you're growing those. Not every day, during season. Come get your armadillos from wrecking my stuff. You know, I got this. Yeah, we got a few avocados, aguacates. Depends on where you're from. What do you got? We got Brogdon, folks. Black skin Brogdon. Bite into them like an apple. Cold hardy, 18 to 22 degrees. We got 3 7s at 80, and we got 6 3-gallons over here. They do move, y'all. Brogdon, they want something cold hardy, good tasting, better than Haas. Our recommendation: get a Brogdon. Now, at this stage, still needs protection, but once they get larger, they'll be off and running. Barbados cherries. This is the regular version, or if you want that high C, we have those as well, 25 and 35, but these are from South Florida. Most vitamin C in a Barbados. Figs, if that's for you, we got them. Let's go see what else we have back here. Loquats, Champagne Christmas, Golden Nugget, which shout out to Pete Canaris this morning. He posted he was having some gold nuggets that are like the size of racquetballs. They were massive. So maybe this gold nugget may stay back with me. I do have 2 to choose from, but dude, they were massive fruit. I haven't tasted these grafted loquats just yet, but sweet, tangy, good fruit, right? Like for the most part. Also, what's up, Kiwi? She's out here protecting us from the squirrels and these nasty critters, right? And utilize the leaves, folks. Really good tree, and I'm planting a ton here just because they don't lose their leaves here in the wintertime. So great for wind protection. Your mama wants some variegated cannas, come on by, $5. Or the greater Gollengalls, we have some of those, and those are on sale for $5 as well. Come on and grab them. They're in 1 gallon, or I think they're cheater ones, but yeah, 1 gallon's $5. Come grab them. They're on sale. On sale. Everything's on sale this weekend. Bring your mama and we will work a deal out. All right. Sugar apples getting up potted. Good fruit. These are green. All right. I haven't tasted the red just yet. We got June plums already rocking some good flowers on there. Eat the leaves. I like to grow them just to forage on the leaves. The leaves are really nice, subtropical, acidic component, really nice in salads, but I just walk around and snag on them. Suriname cherries, if you like the Eugenian uniflora, you like that resin pine sol flavor, it's an acquired flavor. The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice on those. Run one little Rolenia or a Nona-esque that I am letting go. Just the one. This one's a little bit different. It's got some sharper leaves on there, but that one's for sale. We got a couple of mulberries, a couple of blueberries, which I don't really recommend them compared to a mulberry, I know, but we do have a couple to go ahead and rehome. Ginberry. This is a little seedling that I grew, yeah, from a tiny baby little seed. This is a little tiny seed, and it takes some time. Was able to taste some for the first time here on the at the nursery off of my tree back there. What's it taste like? Exactly like it sounds. Gin. It's what they make gin out of, I think. Savannah cherries in here. We got them for $20. Little seedlings and some cherry of the Rio Grande. Those are all mixed in there, but those are great little seedlings, cold hardy cherries if you're looking for some fruit in a couple of years. Down to these Thai dwarfs. They move very quickly, folks. Once you taste that fruit, you're like, yes, please. I need 2 of them, you know? And even at this stage, you get fruit working already. So little cuttings, big fun. Don't let the size fool you. This is a great tree to have. And then we got red hybrids, y'all. Red hybrids, got a few of them. Newly planted, and 1 gallon's $20. Come take your peek. Excellent fruit. 3 to 5 years from seed. These are already, some of these are about a year old already, so maybe a little bit longer. Great fruit though. If you have a warm climate, all right, we have one of these beautiful achachas here, getting almost to be head high. This is going to be another container baby this far north. It does take 32. Not the greatest location for it, but that's a beautiful tree. $70. That one's on sale. Come get it. Relocate it, y'all. But we're working over here. Hot peppers. Hot peppers, I need to be up potted. You catch me before I up pot them. We do like $3, you know, for a 4-pack, something like that. But come on by. We always got something that we're working. But see all the roselles that are slowly but surely. It's like hit or miss. We're getting nothing on those just yet. I had some old seed, but I'm like tossing it down and trying to see what will take, what won't. Everything's an experiment. Some things make it. Some things not so much. Little variegated Bidens still hanging in there. Australian green needs to be planted out here shortly. It's getting too big for here. And this is my best roselle patch. It's like 15 plants, maybe more. Not telling you to do that. It's going to be tedious to go ahead and pull them all out and try to separate them. Not my greatest accomplishment, but we have roselle and I will make it happen. Even if I get that down to 5-6 plants, score, right? Red custard, apple seeds, not custard, yeah, custard apple. And these are red. I didn't eat the fruit. These were gifted, but we're going to grow them out and see what we can do. Sugar apples that actually hung around from the winter. And dude, it is Everglades tomato season. They are working out here. I will be spreading these, moving them all around. I cannot sell you this little plant because it's who knows how long. There's a bunch of them in there. I can give you some fruit. but cannot sell the plant just because there's probably one, two, I don't know. It's just a big ramble. It's a little bit of a mess in there, but dude, they're in there. RIP to Mame Americano. It was awesome while we had you. Just not, I guess it wasn't the place for you, you know, just maybe 19 degrees with no heat inside of a greenhouse was just too much. No, maybe it was a competition of this little oak seedling that took the life. Yeah, that's what it was. No, the cold killed her, man. It's not a great tree for up here. 40 degrees. See you later. Uh-oh, what do we got here? Says last year, some fruit trees online, well-known company. They never made it through winter in a grow tent. Now have expensive dry wood. Yeah, that's a problem. You know, dried wood, meaning you grew out the tree, it froze, and now you're stuck with the wood, right? Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, we all are licking our wounds this year. Everybody lost, if you are here in Florida. Coyote tomatoes, these things are going nuts. This is a volunteer. I didn't plant it there. Glad it came up because this thing is chock full of fun. Sweet little yellow tomatoes and cool. So these will be spread around because these small ones are excellent for the heat. Right now, as we start warming up, by warming, I mean we go from beautiful 80s in the, you know, during the day, we got a bunch of these strawberries that are kicking off. Strawberry guavas. I'm trying to show you real quick. Starting to set. We go from like cool 80s. You're like, yeah, this is nice. I can actually work outside. You get people that want to start changing careers going, yeah, Florida's fun to be outdoors. You go from that in February, March, April. You're like, yeah, this is cool. And then here comes May, June, July, and it just, you take it like an Etch-a-Sketch and you shake it, and there goes your plant. You're like, yeah, it's way hot. And I thought that I was capable of doing this, but it's a lot. It is. Some people will melt out in this heat. You'll want to play in the shade, and that's all right. That's where most of these plants want to be as well. So you said you grow mangoes here. Oh, we do. We got a few that are holding in here. Makeshift greenhouse that kept them all alive. So can you grow them anywhere if you keep them warm? Ideally, yes. I've been told people are growing them up in Canada, right? If you got a heated greenhouse, you can do a lot of damage. I'm not going to tell you what's possible, what isn't, because I'm not going to sit there and tell you what you're capable of doing. That's not my job, right? Some people are very passionate about theirs. When you tell them that you can't do something, watch me. You know what I mean? When you tell me, no, you can't grow mangoes here, or you can't do that, you're like, you don't know me. Leia, watch me. So Fairchild mango, losing a lot of this older stuff. Not a big deal. Dude, this is a top hitter tree though. I don't care who you are, where you're from. It's not going to win you over on size. The fruit is not the largest. It's not some big pineapple pleasure type of fruit. That's why you see a bunch of them, because they are, for the most part, pretty small. But dude, nothing is small about that flavor. This will make you dream a little dream about this fruit. The leaves, at best, the leaves smell like heaven. It's just like, wow. Where are you from? Panama. Yes, this was, I want to say, rehome from Panama from David Fairchild, or by David Fairchild, and he brought it over to Florida. Thank you, sir, because we're eating some excellent fruit because of you. Is it better than Glen? Are you serious? Yes, in my honest opinion. Eat both fruits, come back and tell me. All right, better than Glen? I think so. And that tree is way smaller than this Glen, and that tree's got way more fruit. All right. Glen last year gave us a bunch, so I'm not complaining. Are they M4 flavored? No, they're not M4 flavored. All right, there's only a few of these beautiful coconut gems, and M4 is one of them, right? Only one little branch is holding. I'm hoping I at least get, I don't know, 3-4 fruits out of that, just because they are still calling, they're still dropping in there, and yeah, I'm still shedding tears for every fruit. This one, Maria Mango on Pickering rootstock. You got dwarf rootstock? Yes, we do. Now, is it some crazy, you know, top secret, you know, rootstock from overseas. And no. I am sprouting dwarf mangoes, right? So if I, and this is my idea, maybe I'm wrong. If I'm sprouting dwarf mangoes and I'm grafting onto those dwarf mangoes, does it then, isn't that the same as a dwarfing rootstock? If it's a Pickering, right? Or if it's an ice cream rootstock, this one is CAC. These are Valkyrie. And those things are clustered up. I have to take this bag off here shortly because it's weighing down the branch. Will it hold all of those? I highly doubt it. And Carrie is doing her thing over here, holding on to a few, putting on last little bloom, even with a few more. Can they hold? I don't know. This little tree is a great little tree. No fiber, West Indian flavor. I gotta bag you up just because the squirrels are noticing that we're starting to get these good little mangoes. That wasn't gonna make it. But we still got some in there holding. In Orange City, D, what are you, crazy? Yes, in Orange City. Stop. Unless I repeat myself, this is Volusia County, okay? No, we're not in South Florida. So how do you do it? Grow them in containers, man. Grow them in containers. No, not every single tree will be fruitful, right? This is why it's a numbers game. And if you really love a tree, get 2 of them because they will take a year off. And if you're really craving it, you gotta wait, right? This one's Sunrise and Floragon, both with nil. Waiting on Jabos to go ahead and continue growing out. This little Rollinia, maybe it'll hold. I think it's still too small. Ice cream mango, first time that's fruiting here. And the old Sugarloaf. You like the pineapple coconut? Oh, we got some questions here. Let's see. Do you have dwarf fruit trees? But of course, we got dwarf mangoes. No dwarf avocados for sale right now. I don't have the Wirtz or the Utuado. Yeah, that's not gonna make it, but we'll leave it on there. And that one, maybe 2 more Sugarloaf. Yeah, we do have dwarf mangoes. Coconut cream, folks. Looks like there's 1/2, but that one's already starting to get some color. It may fall off. 15 or like a 10-gallon container and only 1 fruit. Yeah, that's why I push M4 more. Better producer. Maybe it's my tree, right? I don't want to sit there and talk about all of the coconut creams off of my one and only tree, right? So I'm just telling you what this one's doing. You tell me if you're getting a better production than me. Of course we are. We're putting 20, 20, 20 on it. Well, then enjoy the grapefruit that you're getting. But still got some others that are still slowly but surely showing us some promising fruits. Look at that little hook on there. That's the Santalone or the guava mango. That one should be cut back only because I think it's down to there. Cut that one back. All right, lemon zest. Lemon zest is the best. Had 1 little baby mango and it dropped off. 2 trees, 0 fruit. It's all right. I've had better. Look at this little miracle fruit tree going ham on the flowers. Keep them in a 7-gallon indefinitely. What? 7-gallon forever? That's what I hear, that according to the provider, indefinitely. Their whole lives in a 7-gallon. Sit back and collect. We just drop them in the freezer and we'll eat them. Really good stuff. Change sour to sweet instantly. Fun, fun, fun. What is this? I see 1 here and I see 1 over here. And they're all in the same pot? What are you, some sort of madman with avocados? Why would you do this? Yes, 2 different avocado varieties on 1 tree. It is technically, it's split here. It was 2, like polyembryotic, if you will, 2 shoots. Grafted 2 different ones, Oro Negro and Russell. And here we go. Will we ever get some fruit off of that? Maybe, maybe not. It's more of a flex to see if it'll actually work or not. I was told no, but don't believe everything that you hear, right? Test it out for yourself. 1 Super Julie, if that's your thing. You sell trees, plants, and ship. Why, yes, we are a certified nursery. Buy the books. Yes, we do. Now, shipping is on Etsy. It is Growing by Dwayne, just because Growing Together and Growing Together Nursery would not fit, or someone stole it. I don't know. They wouldn't give it to me. So Growing by Dwayne on Etsy. Right now, I don't have too much on there, but check it out. I will be more than likely putting some Pakistan cuttings on there very, very shortly, just because that's what I have to do. I got to trim those up and sell those. So Pickering, 2 little mangoes hanging in there. Should be more for this tree, but it's all right. It's a smaller tree. We're still working out the kinks. All these are around these trees because we had some, yeah, cool, thanks. All of these are around these larger ones. Remember, I was telling you, I had to put sand in here because the potting soil is very light, basically mulch. So therefore, I put these other ones around it, and that way it'll hold them up, because that's the worst part. So now you grow out your fruit in containers, and then they fruit, and now you're holding little baby mangoes, and the wind comes over and knocks them down, because this rare storm brings in hurricane force winds in the middle of the day, and congratulations, you break off your fruit that you've been waiting for forever, right? Does that sound fun? Yeah, that's exactly what happens. So you do have to protect them. Don't let them hit the ground. Maria mango, first fruit on this tree, y'all. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This is my tree here. If I could only have only one mango, this is going to be it. You're going to see how I'm going to try to put this everywhere. That one's not going to make it, but we're going to let her abort it on her own. All right. This one's got another one here. And I'm seeing some beautiful colors there, D. What's up with that? Yes, she's beautiful on the outside, beautiful on the inside. She is the full package. Sounds crazy, I don't know, but you're gonna have to find out. Watch the reviews this year. Hopefully we get to taste them, God willing, right? Quick little update. Gurumit Chama is coming back from the bottom, unfortunately. And this white sapote is just now, looks like it's sprouting from below the grass. So, womp, womp, womp. I think I lost that cultivar. One little pomelo, just one, I know. But I grafted this sweet fruit on there. Look at that. And it's already blooming, or giving us a fruit. I see a wire. Don't worry. Don't tell anybody. It's an, it is sweet fruit up there and a pomelo down here. And the bird is laughing. Karen Michelle, nothing on Karen Michelle. My goodness. I know. Still waiting. Here's what I was talking about. Those. Oh, cool. Here's those dwarf mango rootstocks here. We got like Pickering, we got ice cream, we got, ooh, that's the one right there. That's Honey Kiss. Okay, Honey Kiss. Will it make a good rootstock? I don't know. We're going to find out. I got different varieties, different flavors. Even Fairshot is like a semi-dwarf. Graft onto that. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I'm going to practice, right? Maybe, just maybe. I got a bunch of other seedlings that I like to go ahead and show people how they smell, like the different leaves, the different nuance, and one to the next. Especially when you smell orange sherbet, that's a definite winner. You know what you're getting. Lemon zest doesn't smell like lemon zest. It doesn't smell like lemons per se. Yes, it does. Hang on, hang on. I've smelled it before. It's not as citrusy, a little bit. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not as citrusy as the orange sherbet, but not too bad. Actually, that one surprised me. I've smelled it where it was more on a flatter flavor, but Indo-Chinese really pull through, y'all. Sweet tarts. Oh my gosh, this is one of the most aromatic mangoes that I love to show examples to. Sweet tarts, excellent. I do a turpentine just to show them the classic pine saw, you know, stringy flavor, but Venus is great. K3, that's always a fan favorite. But yeah, I like to grab a few leaves, show you exactly the difference in aromas and flavors, but that way you can decide, hey, which one you want to take home. Look at the Giselle mango, folks. Great juicing mango, Indian flavor. That one's not going to make it. It's already black, folks. That one's not going to make it. Yep, see that? No good. Make sure. Okay. Yeah, but Giselle, haven't tasted this. This is the first year that I will be eating this mango. It's the first time she's flowered for me and fruited. Hang tight. Now, I'm not going to sit there and tell you that it's going to be my favorite, only because it is Indian flavor and that's not my jam, but to each his own. And maybe that'll surprise me. Purple Thai, still working in there. And looky, folks. I thought we lost this in the cold. Who is she? Harvest Moon. Big mango, big flavor, big Indian flavor. That's your thing. And look, coming back above the graft. The graft is there, right there. Got a new sprout right there above in that one there. So it took a little bit of time. And this was covered. You can see I left the TP poles in there, bamboo, and no heat. I only had sheet and plastic. I did double wrap it, but no heat in there. And it just survived just above the graft. Now, this is my warmest area just because of the structures and such. Yeah, some more seedlings and such. Got all kinds of good stuff. Here's the gin berry that fruited for us. There's one more fruit on there. One seed in there. Little June plum action. Back here, we're still adding more, spreading some more seeds. Daikon seeds, as they dry, get spread everywhere. This beautiful diamond seedling over here in the cut. You planted more mangoes after a historic freeze. What are you, crazy, D? Listen, man, when you love something, you do it over and over and over again, right? You grow your stone fruits, you grow whatever it is that makes you get up out of bed with that spring in your step. But me, I'm a mango man. True and true, right? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to plant mangoes wherever I go. I don't care where I go. Well, I ain't leaving Florida, I'll tell you that. But mangoes, lemon meringue, not doing a whole lot, but taking up some space back here. This little Karen Michelle seedling is working it out. She's got some crispy little leaves up top. We'll give it some good seed kelp and see if we can't get that to come back. But this is one that I did a little return to sender graft where I took a top piece and grafted it back onto the bottom in hopes that it would flower before the rest of the tree. That's crazy, I know. But this is an experiment, and this is how we work things out, is by trying them myself, not by taking your word, right? Right? Yes. Here's another joyous moment, knowing that my Carrie carambola is growing above the graft. Saved it, baby. We saved you. Great fruit. I done told you. Look at that. It's already fruiting, y'all. Come grab it. Come taste it. We'll split it down the middle. Kidding. Bunch of shoots. We'll find out which ones are the best ones down the road. But hopefully we get some fruit next year. Never know. Look at these gorgeous new leaves. Matte Snow, Black Sapote. Here's the mother tree. Already showing some flowers up here. Will it hold a fruit this year? I don't know. Is it happy enough? She's going to tell you. She's going to tell me and you. All right, don't worry. Hang tight. Malika in ground. A lot of pennywort, dollar weed, right, all around it. Rip it out. It's taking all of the stuff. It's going to be fine. Bell carambola. You have all of these trees under partial shade. In ground, this is my northern side. We do have some of these smaller oaks in here that's giving us some shade in here. So this is my coolest side of the property, is on the northern side. And I will say coolest in the summertime and warmest in the winter because of the fences and the homes back here. So this is my warmest side, which is the north side. My coldest is my southern side because the frost sets in and there's no protection overhead. I'll show you over there. Goss is slowly but surely coming back. I did have to trim a lot of that, but hopefully we can get it to resprout. So all these have to be cut back. There's still so much work to be done, y'all. I don't think you guys get it. Every day there's work, up potting, moving, dealing with this and that. It's fun. Don't get it twisted. I love it, right? We're doing a whole lot of other things, but this is a great gig, if you ask me. Now, are you going to be going Sizzler every night? Well, no, but I sleep at night going, good job, D. That's what it matters. Look at this. Bamboo, huge bamboo. This is going to be a huge, like timber style. Got that from a friend. We got a couple of things getting tossed around. This has been there, dwarf Orinoco. Mexicans coming back. I got a beautiful deal for you, Longan tree. Real good deal. It's a great producer, tastes great. Come on over, 1,500 bucks. This is a rare variety, folks. I don't think you understand. I mean, if you're not growing this one, what are you doing, right? This is a good one. Uh-oh. Got a squirrel up in the tree. I took off, yeah, you can see the little brown bands. I took off the squirrel guard. So this one, it's because the lizards, roaches, everything was getting behind there. And I think that was later on going to weaken the tree. It was a great idea. And trust me, she's gotten many squirrels from the bottom just because they can't run up to the top. But as it kept going, I'm going, started peeling off. So anyways, I took it off just because I think it's going to do more harm than good. So now she's back to old school hunting. All right. Juicy peach. Uh-oh, that one didn't make it. Juicy peach, folks. I was hoping for better results. Look, that one or that one. No, that means only one. Oh, only one is showing to be promising, folks. This is the thing. You could grow it. You could feed it. You can do everything. And the tree's like, yeah, not this year. You're going to wait. You're going to wait. And you go, for how long? Until she's ready. Hey, hey, hey. Here's what I deal with. Barking at the squirrels. Even up there, yes. Sorry, neighbors. She's a squirrel dog, right? That's what we got her for. She does her job up in here. Here's the dwarf. All right. It's because they climb up and they run up around the tree and she barks them off the property. I guess that's her favorite thing to do. Marcus pumpkin avocados. Looks small right now, but don't worry, that will be a monster pumpkin. In a container, yes, in a container. This one gave us one last year, and hopefully we get to taste it this year. Got a few more holding in there. Yeah, she'll cull them off and find out what will actually hold, even if we get two on there. Just want to taste it. Yes, loquat seeds are going everywhere back here. This is going to be my winter protection, basically. Just because a lot of these need that. Another daikon going nuts in here. Mulberries are coming to a close. What? Yeah, a lot of these are starting to be done with production. So here comes the trimming parts. Sun's coming back out. Oh, we'll go around this way. One little nectarine hanging on. Got a lot of stuff cooking in here. I'm throwing seeds everywhere, trying to make this as dense as possible. We are growing together nursery. And what do? We grow things together. In the name. Nothing on the beautiful Kent. Guess we'll just have to go to the store for that one. Gas. It's a Costa Rican guava flowered up in a pot. In a pot because it's grafted. What? You grafted one? Yes, and it's flowering up, showing you that it's possible. Will it hold a fruit? I don't know. Cotton candy, one and only. And Super Alfonso, one and only, looks like. We'll see. Here's one that is coming back, even though she took all the punishment from the winter. Sat out here and took it like a champ. Proud of her. Little hog plum is coming back though. It's because it rooted down into the ground and I was like, I'm not going to move her, but yep, she froze and is now coming back. Here we go, folks. This is full sun over here. So it's a roaster, folks. It's like in the 90s. But look, we have a little shade set up in here. We can get away from it, take a deep breath, think about what we did, and then get back to it. In here, folks, what I'm doing is, no, not harvesting eggs like we should be. This is a little makeshift, well, it's a chicken coop, but I put some shade cloth up over it. And what we're doing is I'm going to be growing these Puerto Rican black beans up this trellis and letting them go nuts in here. So we'll get some long beans working, long beans and the black beans. It's the time of year. Woo, it's hot, folks. Stay close to the river by the water. Tice mulberry just went into the ground here. That one I got from Excalibur. Very large tree. I was like, hey, I don't have it. Why not? It is a native and good with the nematodes. if that's something that you're worried about. Do have some Suriname cherries that are still working in there. I dropped in there as backups. Serpentines are coming back. Well, some like that one is coming back. This one, still nothing. Now, I think it's still alive. Great root system. It's pretty big, but no pushing as of yet. And yes, I planted ice cream, or I'm sorry, the Tice 2 feet away from ice cream banana. We don't grow bananas here. Not like, we don't have the manure. We don't have I'm not putting 20, 20, 20 to prove a point of getting bananas here. That's not what I'm doing. I'd rather just chop and drop them or just for the look, right? By the time we get them, you try to grow those naturally, you're going to have a tough time this far north. Sugar apples, got to put those down once again. I lost some nice ones that were giving us fruit. So time to replant some more. Malonga's coming back. You can see that working again. And the variegated Katuk actually came back, which is wild because my regular one has not shown any love, has not shown that it wants to return. Dwarf Everbearing is starting to drop most of its fruit as well. A few more red fruits, but for the most part, yeah, there's still a few. You can still try them. Small bird berries, but it's nematode resistant. I use beneficial nematodes. I spray beneficial nematodes. Nature's Good guys on Amazon. Look them up. Because good nematodes takes care of the bad nematodes. Nematode like nemesis, not nematode, right? It's nematode. That's what I was told, and that's what we teach, right? Cold hardy cherries like the cherry of the Rio. And real quick, here's a quick example of what protection can do, right? Thanks for still hanging out if you're here. Do appreciate it. Oh wait, we have a question. Do you have all this trees under partial shade? Well, yeah, some of those were in partial shade over there. This is all full sun in here. Full sun, but once these Mexican sunflowers come up, it does give other things some partial shade, and I grow things very close. That way they get that dappled light. To me, dappled light is best for most things. My 2 cents, and plus it's better for me because I get to duck in and out of the shade. So real quick, Suriname cherry out in the open. You see this one right here, right? About waist high. Little couple of new growths up here. They're not looking the greatest. That whole branch is still struggling, right? So the new growth is coming from the bottom. No protection overhead. Versus, take a walk with me. I cleaned some of the grass out of here, but what I wanted to show you is another Suriname with totally different results. Now, you're going to say, yeah, but that's because it has a backdrop of bamboo, right? It is nuts to butts with a bamboo, and therefore, that's why it stayed green with all this growth. Well, that's my point, folks, right? If you plant it out here in the open with no protection, you get that. Or you can plant it over here with a buddy, okay? It is an aggressive buddy. Yes, it's bamboo, clumping bamboo. Don't get me twisted. I'm not going to grow the running stuff. But it is clumping. But guess what? Regardless of what, I can trim back this bamboo, but it keeps the Suriname nice and happy, right? It keeps her warm. It is under this oak, right? Under nutmeg, and keeps her alive. Where would you rather be? If you were a Suriname cherry, are you going to be nuts to butt with this bamboo? Or you want to be out there all alone and frozen back, right? Right over here. Yeah. Just saying. Not saying that you have to do this, but this is the results, right? Here's how we know how to grow this stuff. Look at this guy. A little cocoon. They like decorate themselves with all kinds of leaf litter and such. Pretty cool. That's actually living. But yeah, Suriname looks great with protection underneath some shade. Will it fruit again? Yes, this is a small seed Suriname. It's a smaller fruit as well, but a tiny little baby seed. So, but in semi-shade with the bamboo under a little bit of protection, does very well. If you're hitting freezing temps or pretty close to it, why not? Another Camellia D, what are you doing? I thought you were growing food, man. You're growing flowers too? Listen, I got a mama, man. We got to keep her happy too, and she likes flowers. So camellias, yeah, they're cold hardy. We'll drop a few in there. Give her some flowers. These are my favorite flowers. Fruit tree flowers, right? I want to see something after the flower, right? If it just gives me flowers and ooh, ah, I'd rather like these. Biden's alba, eat them, right? And great for pollinators. Yeah, but so are my flowers, man. You don't know, I got great pollinators too. All right, you do whatever. Lantana, growing wild. Suriname spinach, hanging out. Perennial peanut, coming back from the depths. I only planted one little plant in here, and it's slowly but surely spreading, folks. Along with some Virginia creeper here and there. Yellow Groomy Chama, withstood the cold. It has all this Bidens all around it. Look at this. Look at all the bees buzzing around. Beautiful. It's synergy here. And just for art, we still have some pigeon peas still hanging out. I don't know. I'll cut it back. But listen, folks, it's a beautiful Friday. Get out there in the garden before it gets even hotter, right? It's only going to get hotter. This is the time you set up your shade, set up your, look at this. Very bottom is starting to ripen up after 17 months now. It's been in the, this is the only fruit here, and this was hanging out for a very long time. This was actually in the greenhouse and just now starting to ripen. It does take time for June plums. Hang in there though. Batanga tuba, tasted my first one this week. Sour fruit. It was a little bit over. Sour, probably great with the miracle. I've heard good things, but this thing is chock full of blooms, and we'll see what we can hold on there. When you grow all this stuff together, man, that's crazy. How do you do that? Stick them in there, man. That's what they do. That's how they grow in a forest. This isn't spacing, and there's no instructions. You do it, figure it out if you like it, and then let me know how it goes for you. All right? Did you go to school for this, D? How do you do all this? YouTube University. All right, this is how we learn. We learn from watching you, and we put out free videos in return, right? Because we want you guys growing some amazing fruits that can't be found in stores. How do you do it, man? Well, you buy small, start off with a couple of seeds, a couple small trees, get a little confidence behind you, and you'll realize that growing is not that hard. If you feed your plants, I'll say this, a lot of people get into this game and they go to nurseries and they go, give them sunshine and water, that's all that you need, and you know, they'll be great. And no, folks, I'm gonna be very blunt. If no one else has told you, I'm gonna tell you, you gotta feed your tree. Stop playing, right? You feed yourself, you give them water, you give them sunshine, and that tree will just go from looking green when you first got it, looking great out of the box, package, pot, whatnot, and then you take it home and you go, but I gave it sunshine, I put it out in full sun, I gave it water, and I just walked away, and it's dying on me. What's happening? You gotta give it some fertilizer. Now, when I first plant a tree, I don't give it fertilizer. I do allow it to settle in. I do top dress with sometimes a little compost, sometimes it's mainly just the mulch, right? Top dress, and then some say a month, couple of weeks, then I'll give them a little bit of either compost tea or sea kelp and fish kelp, or fish emulsion and sea kelp mix. But that's after at least a few weeks or a month, because I want the tree to get kind of acclimated on its own, allow the roots to search for food, search for water down below. But you got to give them something. You know, I know that tough love is sometimes fun to go ahead and make them work it out. It's cool if it's from a seed. If you're dropping a seed into the earth and you're going to go ahead and allow it to sprout, it will adjust, right? Or it won't. But a tree that already has been grown in a container, right, its whole entire life has been pumped full of fertilizer, right? Yes, you guys are going to see something else. Now, fertilizer, pumped full of fertilizer on the daily, right? So some of these nurseries, okay, if you have a big stock here, I'm still a small nursery, right? I know. If you have irrigation, which a lot of these guys do, they're huge. They can't go and sit there and fertilize each one like I do, right? They don't have that type of time. It's all fed through the irrigation. So guess what? Every time they get water, they get food. So now you take them home and you're like, yay, I got a new plant, a new tree, and you stop feeding it for a week, 2 weeks, a month. What's that tree going to do when it was pumped every single day of its life, right? So there's that. Even when they don't feed, the residuals are in the line, so it is still getting fertilizer. So that's my biggest complaint, is a lot of people will say that they purchase not just fruit trees or whatnot, but even flowers from other people. The biggest thing is, why do I buy stuff and it dies? It dies. I have a brown thumb. I can't grow. And that's not the case. If you feed properly and you do it consistently, I feed once a week here, right? Hang on, is there a question there? Oh yeah, same thing. I feed on a weekly basis. I give them, I do a little foliar feed, and I do feed the pots as well, all organic. I don't feed anything harsh here, because I drink the water from underneath our feet, and we care, right? I care about the soil. I don't care about what my neighbors are doing. I still smell the crap. Therefore, I don't grow along the fence line and whatnot, just because I can only control what happens here on my property, right? But anyways, folks, it's a great day. Get out there, get your hands dirty, get you some fruit trees, some shrubs, do something, all right? Because we don't know what's coming down the pipeline. Just saying, better than all those beautiful blooms that you can't do much with. Get your mama to get some good food this weekend, all right? Understand what could be down the near future. Who knows what's going to happen? Get you some root veggies, some herbs. Get ready, right? You can't eat them Prada shoes, right? You can't eat all your whole closet that you done spent all this kind of loot back there. Meanwhile, your backyard is slim, right? There ain't nothing in your backyard. This is the time. Get out there. Even if you don't come here, I don't care where you go. Get you some good fruit trees. Get some good information. Reach out if you need something. Talk, call, text, email, whatnot. We're here. Growing Together Nursery LLC on all platforms. But hang on here. We have one more comment or question. Are you using the kelp and fish emulsion as a foliar? Yes, foliar and inside of the pot. I do both. But I try not to feed them too much when there's fruit hanging on there, just because it's brand new to me, right? I don't want them to get nitrogen, like say the mangoes. If they're holding mangoes, I don't feed them. Like right now, I will give them actually, I'm just giving the fruiting mangoes, I'm giving them just straight water, right? Only next year I will experiment a little bit more. I don't know if they'll drop the fruit if I give them a little bit of nitrogen. Still working out the kinks here. You already know, let me know, drop it down below. But right now I'm giving everything else that doesn't have fruit, the fish and sea kelp. I have done sea kelp on just the leaves on fruiting trees, and I haven't seen any negatives. If anything, I get more blooms. But yeah, that's what we do here organically, folks. This is why we do food, because those flowers that you saw, that takes the good stuff, right? That, my 2 cents. I didn't raise them. But anyways, folks, have a great weekend. Do something for your mother. She deserves it, right? This is why I'm doing this. This is the Garden of Eden that I promised the folks. I said, come on, let's do it. Let's get a nursery going. Let's get you the greatest fruit that you can't eat at stores, right? You cannot find this stuff. How else are you going to do it? Got to grow it yourself, right? Or have a really cool neighbor that will split it up with you. But anyways, you know where to find us. Have a great day. Keep doing what you're doing. Love you. Got to go.